Well, at least we got an extra day this year. I should be asleep right now. I don't want to go. 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 Let's go. The secret to waking up early: wash your face before you can think about going back to bed. So I read somewhere that if you make your bed every morning, that way you get the first task of the day done, and it leads you to being more productive throughout the day. And if not, and if you have a terrible day, at least you come home to a nicely made bed. Hey Google, what's the weather today?
Right now it's minus 13 degrees and partly cloudy.
Way too cold. Alright, let's get dressed. Welcome to the kitchen. This is where I make my magic potion every morning, aka French vanilla. So normally on this long walk that I have going to this class, because it's all the way at the other end of the school, I like to just put music in my ears and just like look at the sky. Look how beautiful this is, bro. Downtown Ottawa. It is very cold. My hands are freezing, so I might put my camera away for now. But I just like to self-reflect and kind of just like look at life. I want to leave you guys with a quote of the day whenever I make a vlog. Today's quote of the day, after a bit of self-reflection: fight for what's yours. Simple as that. Fight for what's yours. So we successfully made it to the other end of the school. It was a long walk. It is so cold. And you might be asking, Fatty, why aren't you wearing a hat? It's gonna sound stupid, but it's either I have nice hair today or I wear a hat and have warm ears. So I'm gonna take the nice hair. Today's first lecture is psychology. I'm taking a course on psychology of aging, which is, I mean, it's exactly as it sounds. It's all about the psychology of like getting older and like elderly people in specific. So it's always interesting. I think we're watching a documentary in class today and we're gonna make some comments about it. So we'll see how that goes. So psychology was interesting. We watched a documentary about elders with dementia and the relationships with their caretakers. And we had a discussion about that and like understanding the dynamics between them. So I think that was pretty interesting. And now I'm actually headed to the library. I'm gonna meet up with my friend and we're gonna work on our molecular biology lab. It is so windy here, it is so cold, but we're gonna work on our lab and then have another class later. I have physiology after that, where we're studying the renal system and all that. So I keep saying and all that. I can't really speak, but it's gonna be interesting. Okay, so it looks like that's it for today. Both classes are done. Also got lots of work done with my friend in the library. Worked on our lab. Got so much progress done, I think. I'm hungry, I'm tired. It's time to go home. Oh, hey, it's time to eat. I'm gonna go do that and catch you guys in a bit. Hey, so we just made it back home, back at my desk, back in my room. This is where I probably spend 80 to 90% of the rest of the day, unfortunately. I mean, it's not unfortunate, I choose to do this, but this is where I get things done, where I do my studying, where I do my videos and editing and all that. So this is a familiar scene if you watched my previous videos. Okay, I briefly just wanted to talk about the two most important things to me when I come home, when I sit at my desk and get ready to work. And that's number one is my to-do list. I always have my to-do list open on my monitor right here. Let me show you guys that. So my to-do list is right here on my computer. And number two, the second most important thing, it's waiting for me under my desk every single time I get back here. My fuzzy Crocs. These are Crocs with fur in them, if you guys can see that. They are the comfiest things in the world, and I leave them right under my desk so that as soon as I come to sit down, my feet automatically slip into them. If you don't like Crocs, and if you're not socking and crocking all summer long, what are you doing? Go buy some Crocs. Especially on like a cold day like this one, it is so nice to get the fur ones that just warm your feet. Anyways, that's not what's important here. That's just sidetrack. Something important that I actually did want to talk about today was, what are the pros and cons to studying Biomed at U Ottawa? I'm going to start with the cons because I feel like there aren't that many, and then I'll get into the pros. The first con, and that's something that every single U Ottawa student will agree on, whether it's engineering, biomed, psychology, it doesn't matter what you're studying. If you go to U Ottawa, the number one con is the OC transpo system. Those train and bus rides that you saw me take in the morning and coming back home are probably the worst moments of your entire day as a U Ottawa student. And if you have the luxury of living on campus, then you don't really have to take the OC that often. But those buses never come at the scheduled time, and those trains are constantly breaking down to the point where you might arrive to class late. And anytime I have an exam or a midterm, I make sure to leave the house 2 hours in advance just to know that if something went wrong, I can find a solution. Now let me talk about the actual downside to studying biomedical sciences at U Ottawa. And this is something, if you're a biomedical science student and you're watching this, you might be able to relate, is that first year is rough. Not just me, but lots of people that I've talked to, we all universally agree that first year of biomed at U Ottawa is tough. It is one of, if not the most popular program at U Ottawa, but the first year is designed in a way that is I would say excessively hard, to the point where people tend to change career paths, change programs, drop out. But don't let that discourage you, because I survived first year. All my friends survived first year. Lots of people survived first year. But if you aren't prepared to take on those hard courses like chemistry, biology, both with labs, mind you, and then like calculus, I think I took an intro to psych course at the time. And anatomy. Anatomy and physiology 1 and 2 are notoriously hard classes. So if you're the type of person like me who actually sits down a lot and just studies all day just to make sure that he's getting the best grades possible, you will survive. Trust me, it is not as impossible as people say it is. But that is the only downside that I found to studying biomed at U Ottawa. So let me get into the positives so I don't completely scare you off, because there are a lot of good things about it. Benefit number 1, and this is a strong reason as to why I chose this program, is that you get lots of options for electives. You will have lots of mandatory courses that you still have to take, like those first year courses I mentioned. Later on, you're gonna have to take like biochemistry, metabolism. But honestly, after first and second year, especially in third and fourth year, you get lots of options to pick electives, and you could basically build your schedule as you want. So that gave me the luxury of choosing to take courses that I'm actually interested in, like the 2 classes that I had today actually, Psychology of Aging and Physiology 2. The mandatory courses are more like the basis and the things that you need to understand, and I'm happy that I also took those mandatory courses because they helped me understand my electives a lot better. Not only that, but one of the main reasons I enjoy having this many electives is because certain dental schools that I'm looking to apply to require different prerequisites, and having this many electives to choose from gives me the liberty to take those courses that I need in order to apply. Another positive is that U Ottawa has great labs. So if you're somebody who's looking to get into biomedical sciences, not only for the medical part, but the biosciences part, the labs are great. You can take certain courses that give you more experience in a lab, let you develop your skills, and that way you can become a better researcher or kind of dip your toes into what is lab life and research like, if that's something that you want to explore as well, if it's not necessarily medicine where you're headed. All right, that's enough talking. I still got some studying to do. There's certain things on my to-do list that I need to do. I need to review a metabolism lecture. I need to continue working on that lab that I was talking about earlier. And I got to reply to a couple emails. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. Okay, so update. It's been a couple hours. I'm still here at my desk. I have so much work. I don't think I'm gonna get up from this chair at all tonight. So I think I'm just gonna end the vlog here, to be honest, because there's nothing else interesting going on. So I hope you enjoyed the day in the life of a biomedical science student at U Ottawa. I wish I could have brought something more exciting for you guys, but that's just day to day. You know, it's still school. It's not the most interesting thing in the world. Overall, just wanted to show you guys that being a biomedical science student at U Ottawa is all about being cold, struggling with transportation, and study. It does get more interesting some days. Some days are just like this, where it's just work. But if you did enjoy this vlog, let me know by dropping a like and comment down below if you would like to see some more. But besides that, it's been your boy Fadi. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.